For most of us, a home is the single largest asset you will ever own. So why would you go making major renovations or updates that have zero or worse, negative ROI when it comes to your home's value? Now, before you start knocking down walls and installing that custom jacuzzi, let's talk about which updates could get you as much as 200% or more ROI and which ones are going to leave you out in the cold. But first, if you want to stay ahead of the market and get weekly tips to guide you home, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Okay, let's start with the most common area of renovation in the home, the bathroom. A mid-range bathroom reno includes updating fixtures like sinks, showers, and bath, installing new tile, changing the lighting, etc., all of which could cost approximately about $27. And yeah, that's lots of money, but I can understand why people want to spend it. I mean, a lot of complicated important stuff happens in the bathroom. But keep in mind that the ROI for this comes in at about 75%. So if you spend $27 on bathroom updates, it could increase your home value by about $15,000. Could be worse, but that's $5,000 you are just choosing to eat for a nicer bathroom. So overall, mid-range bathroom updates, pretty solid investment. Entire bathroom addition, however, not so much, especially if it's on the high-end side. Adding a new bathroom with luxury features could cost you over $50,000. Plus, the ROI of that type of addition is only 30%, meaning that you basically flush $35,000 down your smart toilet with touchless flush. So I'd say unless you got money to burn, a high-end bathroom addition has the tendency to be a pretty solid waste. But there is another reno project that's even better than the mid-range bathroom we were talking about, and that's updates to the special place in your home where the magic happens and things can get spicy. Talking about the kitchen. A minor kitchen remodels costs on average about $30,000, and that includes things like updating the cabinet fronts, changing out the hardware, replacing outdated countertops, and getting new appliances. But get this, the ROI on that is 96%, which is one of the best things for your buck as far as home upgrades go. Now, huge tiny caveat here. The more extensive or high-end your remodel, the lower your ROI drops, even as low as 35%. So maybe cool your buns on the custom cabinetry and the Italian Carrara slab, because no matter how much you love that dramatic veining, it's not going to love your buck back financially. Moving on to the exterior of the home. Let's talk about energy efficient windows. Now, the idea here is that this update reduces utility bills in the long run, but it's not cheap up front. The cost to replace about 10 windows with material and labor is around $18,000, but the ROI on this project is approximately about 67%. So not awful, but not good either. So if you're hoping to recoup your investment via energy bill savings, just be content to sit pretty for a while because it could take a long time. Oh, and here's a riddle I cannot figure out. Help me out. Over the past 16 years, the gap between the cost of energy efficient windows and the ROI has widened a fair amount, meaning that you're not getting as much out of it as you used to. We're always talking about inflation hitting gas and eggs. No one's paying attention to vinyl windows. What doesn't big construction want us to know? You know who can solve this? The government. Okay, the next update has a joy score of 10 out of 10, which scores how much joy is brought to the homeowners. But before you get too excited, its ROI sits at just over 50%. Of course, I'm now talking about the in-ground swimming pool, which could cost up to $100,000 or more to install, aka the price to buy your kids and all your grubby friends love. Now, you may be asking, if it's a 10 out of 10 joy, why is the ROI so low? Well, pool management is a lot of work. You may be up for scooping leaves out of the drain or paying someone named Craig to do that, but not everyone is. Potential buyers could be turned off by the responsibility and ongoing costs, especially if you live in a place where it's only warm a few months out of the year. Okay, back to the exterior home updates that Uncle George can get behind. Starting with wood decks, which is my third favorite decks after span and wind. These types of projects projects cost about $10,000, but ROI at 83%. Another one coming in 83% is installing an irrigation system. It only costs around $5,000 to $7,000, and you will likely to recoup $5,000 of it. And for me personally, I'd happily pay the $1,000 difference to avoid exposure to the great outdoors. This next project is estimated to recoup 100% of its cost, and it comes in at around $10,000. And this is for landscaping updates like installing a flagstone walkway, adding built-in planters, and the general sprinkle of flowers, shrubs, fruit trees. All right, up next, this one comes in at around $5,000, but it can add over $8,500 in value to your home, which is a ROI of 170%. And this one is garage door replacement. All right, the last one is simple but powerful. Basic lawn care service. The ROI is at 200%. So all your middle class fancy dads that treat your yard like your firstborn son should feel pretty justified right now. As per se, it costs around $600 for 6 seasonal rounds of fertilizer and weed control, but the cost recoup is around $1,200. That's amazing. Okay, so we have covered the cost of some popular home updates. Let's be real. Most people just get swept away by the thrill of remodeling and the Pinterest board, and they choose projects they want without really thinking about the cost. Not to mention, they definitely don't factor in when, not if, the contractor runs into problems. They just slap that on the tab too. But here is one thing that can make all the difference when it comes to the cost of any home improvement project, and that is a plan. And by plan, I mean understanding the typical cost, knowing what you are willing to spend, and stick to the budget. So if you have a long list of home improvements you want to make, here's how I suggest narrowing that down. Number one, prioritize your projects. There's no sense impressing the neighbors with some topiary features if your roof is about to collapse. Prioritize the important structural parts of a home before any of the fun stuff. Number two, consider your goals. If you're going to stay in a home for a long term, choose house renovation that will improve the quality of your life the most. And if you're selling, choose improves that attract the buyers and get the most bang for your buck. Number three, renovate a little at a time. Most people can't afford something expensive like a kitchen remodel in one hit, so don't try. Set a timeline and do 1 or 2 things a month so that you can cash flow it without debt. And listen, if you get into remodel and updates without a plan and priorities, that could lead to overspending or worse, get into debt. Because you probably noticed that many of those projects cost tens of thousands of dollars, and you should be paying that with cash, with money you actually have. You heard that right, cash. Don't get suckered into thinking about financing a project is a more sophisticated way to go. Borrowing money to fix up your home is never a good idea, despite what your broke friends might tell you. And speaking of making smart, debt-free financial moves, if you're thinking about tackling some minor and major renovations soon, let's connect. I own rental properties myself, and I have a lot of first-hand experience navigating these type of projects. I know what actually adds value, and over the years, I have built a tight network of reliable contractors that do great work. Whether you are updating your current place or looking to buy your very first home here in North Surrey, the single best update you can make to your life is having a solid stress-free plan. Because let's be honest, buying a home or managing a big property update is a massive step. Home ownership means no more throwing away thousands of dollars on rent to pay off your landlord's mortgage. No more worrying about the sudden tax that your landlord is selling the property and you have to pack up and move again. And instead, you get to build real equity, enjoy future appreciation, and save up for a retirement you actually want to live. But look, I know the market can be intimidating. You're worried about making common expensive mistakes, overpaying for a property, or working with an unprofessional contractor or agent. You don't have to do this alone, and you don't have to guess. To help you win in today's Surrey market, I have got 2 resources for you right now. First, join the family. If you want to keep navigating the North Surrey market with absolute clarity, zero BS, and a pure honest advice, hit that subscribe button right now. Number 2, let's build your personal plan. Whether you are ready to stop renting and buying your first home, or you want to map out the best strategy, get a reliable contractor recommendation for an upcoming renovation, let's chat. I'm opening up only 5 spots this week for completely free one-on-one strategy consultation. We will jump on a quick Zoom call and map out a customized game plan tailored to your budget and goals. Click the link in the description to secure your spot before they're all taken. I'm Sibo, and I'm here to guide your home. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.